Snipers, you have to see what's happening to the Bitcoin price today. As we've finally reached our price target of $50,000 and Bitcoin is currently flirting inside of this wedge pattern. I want to talk about whether or not Bitcoin is going to continue into price discovery or if we're going to break down what those downside price targets may be. And we also will take a look at Ethereum because I do want to address the weakness that we're seeing here at the support level that has already broke down. I want to address what the upside and downside targets are for Ethereum. We'll look at the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart as we are breaking major support levels. I want to talk about whether or not this is a fake out or not, and then we'll look at the DXY as we are over and above the weekly open, and we did just test the monthly open. I want to talk about the significant effects of this on the cryptocurrency market. You guys are watching the Snipers channel. My name is Naeem Al-Abeidi. If you appreciate this content, remember to like this video. I first want to talk about what's happening to Bitcoin right now because you can see we are fighting with this weekly open right now, and we already saw that $50,000 big even. We did get some good buy volume, but now we're flirting back inside of this wedge pattern. And so this is a very key level for Bitcoin, as if we are not able to get back above this weekly open and close hourly candles above this weekly open, which is sitting at $48,600, then in my opinion, Bitcoin is showing some weakness. And the more hourly candles we close below this weekly open, we do have to prepare ourselves for some potential downside targets if this major support level breaks down. The support level is currently sitting right around that $47,300 level. If this key support level breaks and we continue to close hourly candles below this weekly open, I believe there is a high chance Bitcoin can come down and retest this previous high here at $44,800. And this to me would be the major draw for Bitcoin on whether or not this is going to continue as a bullish trend or if we're going to break down, because at that point we do have 41,950 acting as a support below 44,800. However, this was the previous all-time high when we did consolidate recently, and I wouldn't want to see Bitcoin come back down to that level in my opinion. And so I always want to give you guys unbiased analysis. I have to address the bearish and bullish perspective. And so if we keep closing hourly candles in this area below the weekly open, things are looking more and more bearish for Bitcoin. However, the upside targets, if we start to close above the weekly open, then we're going to have to watch this major resistance level and wait for a confirmation, a close above this resistance level to then determine what the potential upside targets will be. And I will address that in my video tomorrow. But for now, we have to watch what happens to Bitcoin inside of this wedge. Ensure that you are subscribed to our YouTube channel and ensure you guys get the updates first when I post them. But I want to address what's happening to the Ethereum chart because we did break down from this major support level and we are already below the weekly open. And so what you guys have to realize is with this Ethereum to US dollar chart, the majority of the price action here is going to come from what's happening to this Ethereum to Bitcoin chart, which is currently on the downtrend, breaking major support levels. But realize we do have a bullish divergence now forming on the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart. Before we did have a bullish divergence on the Ethereum dominance chart, but this is a different chart. And so what you can see now is we have this RSI which formed a low here and then it formed a higher low, and now you can see with price action it did form a lower low. So we do have a bullish divergence. But what I want to address with the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart is my maximum downside target is going to be the candle low that we saw here before we initially broke out for Ethereum to Bitcoin, and that is currently sitting at the 35,500 Satoshi level. And if Bitcoin dominance continues to come down and show weakness against Bitcoin, then in my opinion we have to hold above this level for us to assume there will be a pullback back above the support level and this to be a fake out, because of course we have that bullish divergence. But if we start closing hourly candles below this support level, then things could get bearish for Ethereum, and I do want to address this, and I will keep you guys updated on this chart, of course, in our Discord. By the way, if you guys want to win one of my favorite books on investing, I'm going to be giving away Trading Psychology on this video. All you need to do is comment below and share this video, and that will enter you into the giveaway, and I'll pick a winner at the end of the video for yesterday, and I'll also pick a winner for this video tomorrow. I just want to throw that out there. But that's really the rundown for Ethereum right now. We look at Bitcoin dominance. What you'll notice here is Bitcoin Bitcoin dominance is fighting to break out of this channel, but we've yet to see strength above this monthly open. In my opinion, at this point, we know that Bitcoin is trying to get back above this 200-day moving average. We've seen this act as a resistance already. If Bitcoin dominance comes up above the monthly open and starts closing hourly candles above this level, which is now above the 200-day moving average, that would be my real concern for altcoins and for the continuation of altcoin season. But until that happens, I still am going to be targeting this 200-week moving average for Bitcoin dominance, which we've yet to test. But the one scenario we don't want to see if we want to continue bullish on altcoins is for us to have only come right below or right above that 200-week moving average and reverse to the upside to get above the monthly open. In my opinion, that would be the bearish scenario for altcoins. And when we look at others' dominance, it's painting the exact same picture. You guys have to realize that these markets, they like to paint pictures, and we just have to read the tape for what it is and not act on any biases. And so what you can see with others' dominance is we are above the monthly open. So things are still bullish in the macro trend for altcoins, but we are still below this weekly open. We do need to get above that weekly open, in my opinion, for us to assume continued strength with altcoins. And you can see that weekly open right now is sitting right at that 10.28% dominance level. That is a very significant level. Even though altcoin dominance is hovering at that 10.15% level, it is below the weekly open, and that is a sign of weakness until otherwise noted. And so realize with Ethereum dominance, just to bring this back up, we also have those bullish divergences forming here on the 4-hour chart, but we are continuing to see a decline. I am watching this chart. Realize that on the daily chart, you can see we've already broken right through that 50-day moving average. And if Ethereum to Bitcoin's chart breaks that major support level that I showed you guys, then the Ethereum dominance target would be this 100-day moving average, unfortunately. But we will see what happens. It's not really unfortunately or fortunately. We just have to maneuver with what the market gives us at this point. And so this is just the honest truth of what's happening. And I think a lot of this has to do right now with the DXY coming back up to test this monthly and weekly open. The fact that we're seeing weakness in some of the cryptocurrencies. If the dollar continues to come above the monthly and weekly open, in my opinion, then that would be quite worrisome for the short term when it comes to these markets. But at that point, we do know that we have this 91.015 level as a major resistance for the dollar, and we will watch that. And when we look at the daily chart, we're also trying to fight to stay above this 50-day moving average. Things are looking kind of weak for the dollar. However, for now, we have to address this short-term strength that we're seeing here in the micro time frames, because that is extremely important. And I do want to talk quickly about Bitcoin before I wrap up this video. Realize at this point, now that we've hit this $50,000 target, we can go ahead and remove that from the chart. And if we were to set up a new target for Bitcoin, if we were to assume that upside target, if Bitcoin starts to get back above that weekly open, then the next target, in my opinion, for Bitcoin is going to be right at the break of this wedge, which would take us right around that $55,600 level, and that would be the upside target. If this breaks down, then there is a potential we come down to retest the previous all-time high. And remember, that would not be the best scenario on the macro timeframes for us to come down to 41,950. So hopefully we don't see that happen, because that would allow us to then factor in lower downside targets and bring those back into the equation, like the previous weekly open at 38,796. So realize how fast this market is moving. Just last week we opened at 38,000, and now we're hovering at 48,500. There in no way is there weakness right now in this market. In my opinion, if there's a correction, it will just be another healthy correction, but we're still in a very macro bullish trend, in my opinion. And so what's happening in the micro right now is important to address. However, realize the macro is still extremely bullish. And another thing that I noticed here about Ethereum as well is if we pull up the Ichimoku cloud on the 4-hour, is we are finding support at the top of this cloud. If this starts to come below and break down, then that would be my only concern for Ethereum. So a lot of dynamics playing part here. Unfortunately, the Ethereum chart isn't recovering as fast as we want it to, but patience is key. The markets love to move money from the patient to the impatient. And so this is going to be my last draw at 35,500 Satoshis for the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart, and we'll see what happens to that chart as the week continues. And that's pretty much it for today's video, guys. I do want to pick a winner for our book book giveaway on yesterday's video. I'll go ahead and choose a random comment here. EJ Fernandez, you won the book. Go ahead and message me on Instagram. The link is in the description below. He says, thank you so much for a very good technical analysis. I appreciate the kind words, EJ. You won the book. If you guys want to enter for the book giveaway on this video, just share this video and comment below. And that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you guys, and I'll see you on the Discord. Snipers out.